A game... Wait, no. A Game of Thrones. Wait, no. A Game of Thrones! I don't know. I'm fucking around. I've not played this. So I'm gonna do the tutorial. And then... we'll see if it's any good. Pardon me. Welcome to Westeros. In this mission, you will take the role of House Stark, one of the 6 great houses seeking dominance over the lands of Westeros. Planning phase. Each game round has 3 phases. Westeros phase. Players react to events. Planning phase. Players secretly assign orders. Action phase. Players take turns resolving orders. After 10 rounds, the player who controls the most whatever those are wins. Castles. In the planning phase, players must assign orders to each area where they have a unit. Assign march orders to your units in Winterfell. Move any number of units from this space to adjacent spaces. Confirm orders! Action phase! In the action phase, each player resolves the orders they assigned. A single march order allows you to move any number of units from that area into adjacent areas. Select Winterfell to resolve your march order there. Move one of your units into White Harbour and the other to Moat Cailin to take 2 castles. I don't do that. Okay. Confirm march. Because Winterfell is your home, you maintain control even if you have no units there, so long as it isn't occupied by enemies. The castle symbol refers to both castles and strongholds. If a player controls 7 castles, they win immediately, without needing to wait at the end of the 10th round. House Greyjoy is marching from Flint's Finger. House Greyjoy is marching from Seaguard. Westeros phase! At the start of a round, Westeros cards are drawn that affect all players. This phase is skipped on the first round. The mustering card lets players add new units to castles and strongholds they control. You must take this card, and only this card, during tutorial. Bastards. Castles provide 1 point of mustering. Select the castles in White Harbour and Moat Cailin to muster a single footman in each area. Footmen are useful for expanding your land empire. Strongholds provide 2 musterings. Select the stronghold in Winterfell to use those points to muster a knight. Knights are twice as powerful as footmen. Last days of summer, nothing happens. The next card draw is the last days of summer. Nothing happens. Enjoy this rare moment of rest. Planning phase. Sir Roderick Castle. A raven arrived with news that Greyjoy's pirates have been attacking the south. Who gives a shit? It's the south. March your troops to the courts and defeat the Sea Scum. Choose an area to place an order. Marching order. Choose an area to place an order. Marching order. Consolidate power. You have unlocked the Consolidate Power order. The crown symbol represents power. Each player begins the game with 5 crowns and can increase their crown by resolving Consolidate Power orders. Crown is used to keep control of areas your units abandon. Bid on influence tracks, fend off wildling attacks, and that's it. You may mouse over an order to review its abilities. Do so now to consolidate power order above. Alright, consolidate power order. You gain a crown in this area. So this area is on land or in a port. Action phase! In turn order, player take turns. Finger marching order. Oh shit, I don't know what's going on. March one of your units from White Harbour to Mount Caelan so it can join your other forces for an attack. Alright. I'm gonna do that again. No, I don't want that one. I want that one. No, you bastards, I want... what did the other guy? Sir Roderick Castle. Time to show those salty scoundrels what the North is made of. When marching, you're not allowed to move into more than one area that would start a battle. March all 3 units from Mount Caelan to Grey Water Watch to begin a battle! Do you want to spend 1 crown to keep control of Mount Caelan? Yes. Combat is resolved by comparing the strength of the battling sides. Each footman adds 1 to its owner's total strength. Each player may then play a house card to add to their side strength. Play Great Jon Umber to increase the strength of your side by 2. Your opponent will Dagmar Cliffjaw, bringing the strength of their side to 3. You win the battle with the higher strength of 5. After the battle, the losing side suffers casualties equal to the number of swords played by the winning side. However, Dagmar Cliffjaw's fortification lets your opponent ignore 1 casualty. Click to continue. Since the Greyjoy footmen were not killed in battle, they must retreat to an adjacent area as routes as units. Routed units can't march and contribute no strength in combat. If a routed unit is defeated in another combat, it is destroyed. Routed units become unrouted at the end of a round. Westeros phase. Adjust supply track. Reconcile armies. When the supply card is drawn, each player updates their supply limits to equal the number of barrels in the areas they have. Jesus Christ, what have I got myself into here? Supplies determine the number of areas players may have with 2 or more units. Areas with a single unit do not require a supply. I am pretty bored of this game already. Your current supply limits are displayed as dots next to the helmets by your supply barrel. The yellow dots show which of your supplies are in use. So, if a player has lost territory since the last supply card was drawn, they may have to remove units to conform with their new supply limit. You can review supply limit associated with each battle amount by selecting the battle on your house banner. Game of Thrones. Each player collects 1 crown for each crown icon on an area he controls. Oh, Jesus. Each player collects... Running phase. Take 2 more cattle from the Greyjoys to complete this scenario. Sir Roderick Castle. Your men await their next orders. Time to go on the offensive. Take 2 cattle from Greyjoys. March order. March order. March order. Oh no, I should have castled. I should have castled there, shouldn't I? Did I not castle? I wanted to castle there. I wanted a castle right in that one, but it won't let me now. Well, that's a pain in the arse. Action phase! Wait, he can move twice? No. No, he cannot. 2, 3. Oh, they have 4 strength. Yes. Combat! Choose combat card! Alright, there we go. What's he do? Just add some... Blackfish. Rob Stark. Caitlin Stark. Sir Rod... Oh, okay, so it's Roderick Stark. We'll have the Blackfish, why not? There we go. Bloody destroyed them, didn't we? Bloody Southerners. Westeros phase. Recruit new units in strongholds and castles. You have unlocked the ability to spend 1 mustering point to upgrade your footmen into knights. Knights count as 1 unit towards your supply limit, even though they're twice as powerful as combat as footmen. Oh. Alright then, alright. Who's that? Is that Greyjoy? Yeah. Bid on 3 influence tracks. What the heck does that mean? When Clash of Kings is drawn, players bid crown on the 3 influence tracks. Today, we'll bid only on the war focused fiefdom track, which determines tiebreakers in combats. Each player chooses to bid a number of crown, which will be spent whether or not they end up the highest bid. Players are then ordered from highest to lowest bid. What? Oh, you want to be spend all 7? House Stark can now grant +1 strength in combat once per round. You'll beat the Greyjoys bid of 4 to earn first place on the fiefdom track, gaining the first player bonus of the Valyrian Steel Blade. Once per round,
The Valerian Steel Blade can be used to increase your combat strength by 1 after house cards have been revealed. You have unlocked a new order. The support order now allows units in its area to add their strength to combat in any adjacent battle. Support can be key in winning your conflicts, and can also be used to aid allies. Choose an area to place an order.
Howdy, everybody! Action phase! You what? 5-day went back. The twins combat!
Choose card. Victory. Oh, bloody hell. Yes. Fast and tiebreaker, won that one. There you go. You took 2 castles from the Greyjoys. Fine work, me lad. A feast is in order.
Victory!
Alrighty. I'm not sure I like this. It's not bad. It was a couple of quid. Maybe I'll try it a bit more.